when I think about father, I have to be honest with you. He's a scary man. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm telling you truth. He was kind of scary. So I was always like behind the back, send my husband in front, and Appa, you go ahead, and you do that, and I'm always rather behind, because he was scary, and he had immense spiritual power, as you remember. And many of our first gen, they were matched by Father because they really knew and they believed that Father would know them more than themselves, right? So Father can even see the whole spirit world and whole ancestry behind this person for us. That's why he can match for us. That's what our first gen truly believed, and it was true. And I remember one sister was making a testimony, and she said she had a dream, and then she saw Father at the bottom of the ocean. It was so dark, but Father was at the bottom of the ocean, and she was so shocked. And, oh, what happened to Father? And she had a chance to go to Hundoke, but Father had a Hundoke, and she went there. And then Father was in the middle of a Hundoke reading Father's words, and he stopped, and he said, I was at the bottom of the ocean because I was wrestling with the excess of the earth. And he looked at her eyes, and she dropped her jaw. She said, oh, my gosh, I didn't even ask him, but he answered my question. She was like so surprised, she said. And she said, you know what? Even though we don't ask him, he already knows our question. That's why sometimes in the Hundoke, Father goes around, changes the topic, but you know what? Father was answering all those people in the sea. That's what she was testifying. That testimony only adds to my fear toward Father, right? And indeed, in Proverbs it says, the beginning of all the wisdom is knowing the fear of God, right? It is so true. It is so true. We just today I'm hearing my husband's message. It just brought me so much tear because I feared God so much, Father so much. I don't know if that was the reason, but he gave our couple so much blessing. I mean, he chose my husband as a successor. How can we ask more than that, right? And he told our couple as the couple that heaven loves. So, the immense blessing that we got was just so amazing. But it's so easy when we get a lot of blessing, then loving God and be joyous to God is very easy, right? But the problem and test comes when God told you to do things that you don't want to do. When it sounds like sometimes it's like things that gives you trouble and God asks you to do it. We had to, when we were in Korea and doing the mega church, a couple thousand people were attending every Sunday, and we had to drop everything, and then we had to go and attend Father. That was a very difficult decision. But as we do it, there was more blessing came. We could attend Father personally and at the final hour. When we come to here to Pennsylvania and drop everything, all the position and everything we have, all the reputation, that was a difficult thing. And I personally did not want to do it. But we come here, and then I got to know our Father more deeply than I ever imagined that I can have. This personal relationship that I found with Father was so immense. And at times, it felt like it's almost like a curse, almost like a Father is punishing me. But Father had a better plan. Brothers and sisters, just like Job was tested by Satan in approval of God, we are tested. And we are many times, we are put through difficult situation. But I realized, you know what, Father, just like the many times, a couple of times I shared you, Father slapped us, you know, slapped our cheeks in Nigeria. But Father was actually, after the test, He concerned about us. He concerned about me. You can't hold any grudge, any resentment towards you. And I said, I think it's the same thing about God too. He tests us. He puts us sometimes difficult things. But He truly concerns us. He truly loves us, brothers and sisters. When He sees us standing strong, even though it's difficult, and that love, that test becomes His love. And you know what, today, brothers and sisters, let us stand strong and testify His love in the midst of difficulty. Ah, true.